Hello, my comrades. Are you aware that democracy is dead? It is obsolete and competent with the state of the world. We have been using it for over a decade now, and it has shown us many flaws. Many flaws. Clearly, it is time for a change, and the change is to bring back dictatorship. I was first introduced to these government systems through films and television. In high school, we were also taught the past of other countries and their government systems. I also witnessed dictatorship in other countries through the internet. I researched the democracy and dictatorship by reading numerous articles and journals. After much research, I have found illumination. I will enlighten you all the problems of democracy and why dictatorship should take its place. According to Zimmerman 2012, democracy in its purest form is to be ruled by the people. Moyo 2018 stated that democracy reduces economic growth. Now, democracy is associated with myopia, short-sightedness. For example, our former Prime Minister Najib had big plans for the country, but his plans was cut short due to him not being able to remain as the Prime Minister. This shows us that democracy halts economic growth and development because when the ruler keeps changing, we are put back to square one and all progress is reset. Another problem with democracy is that it is based on biased opinions and favored elections. In every campaign, every party presents their ideals and promises. We, as the people, will vote for the party that synchronizes with our own preferences. This shows us that we only vote for our benefit, not for the benefit of the country. Digest 2017 stated that democracy does not lead to development in terms of anything at all. Democracy gives the people too much freedom. When people get the power, they will shape the country to however they want. This causes fragmentation within the country and it does not allow us to progress unitedly. Overall, democracy gives the people too much freedom and power for it to be effective. Shocking, is it? Democracy seems like the perfect system. It is even considered the best of the worst, but it fails. Let us forgo democracy and bring back a new reign, the reign of dictatorship. Dictatorship, according to Kaza 2015, dictatorship is the absolute rule of an individual or a chosen few. Dictatorship is a much simpler government system compared to democracy. It is easy for us to recognize our leader or leaders because they are in charge of everything from military to education. Dictatorship so allows for efficient choice making because there is no one to oppose the leaders. If the dictator wants something done, then we bet it will be done promptly. Dictators manage to control the country and the people. This is unfavorable for most of us, but there is always a good reason for it. Basic Concept 2020 stated that dictators are authoritative and they uphold the law. This causes dictators to rule with an iron fist, but only to ensure the survival of the people and the development of the country. Sacrifices are needed for a better country, and dictatorship makes those sacrifices. Khan, Batul, and Shah, according to them, 2016, dictatorship has a huge impact on economic development. Dictatorship allows simultaneous change. Dictatorship can change its ways simultaneously and resolve any problems quickly. Dictatorship allows for swift action, and swift action allows for smooth development. Even the plans, visions, and missions of dictators can be achieved because the quick action. Now, these plans and whatnot will be useful for the country in the long term. All in all, dictatorship is a neat government system that actually gets things done. Now you might be wondering, what about those other countries that have dictatorship? They are ruthless, the people are oppressed, and the rulers are cruel. That, my fellow comrades, is tyrannical dictatorship. And it's not what I'm referring to. I wish for a benevolent dictatorship, where the dictator dictates the country for the benefit, for the better of the people and the country. Dictatorship isn't meant to be something permanent. Instead, we use dictatorship until the country is able to stand on its own. After that, the dictator can resign and we can have a peaceful transition from dictatorship to perhaps democracy. Now, isn't that a charming idea? Imagine a world of democracy. We have rights, we have our own freedom. It is pleasant, sure, but there is regret. Our lives are too carefree. Democracy gives us a false sense of pride that we deserve everything, which is not the case. We want different things, right? But that is impossible. It causes a huge problem in the democratic society. It causes us to be selfish and to care only about ourselves and our rights, not to care about everyone. The country cannot develop due to the people, and the government is practically useless in a democratic society. On the other hand, dictatorship restricts dictatorship restricts our actions. This might seem unfair, but there is a good reason for it. Now, it is a simple life in dictatorship because we live our lives naturally while obeying the orders of our ruler. Now imagine a kingdom. In a kingdom, the king rules over everything and everyone. But still, everyone lives their lives peacefully. That is how dictatorship is. There is freedom and there is control. Even if we don't get what we want, at least we can be happy with what we have. As Thanos once said, perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Now we need to realize that the reason we want freedom is to fulfill our innate desires. We get freedom, but when we do, we abuse it. Everyone abuses freedom. When there's too much freedom, there is chaos. When chaos ensues, law will follow. Democracy is the chaos, and dictatorship is the law that will contain it. Comrades, my fellow comrades, we should not resort to our ignorant past where we only care about our freedom. This is the end times, everyone. We're in the end game now. You all know the consequences of democracy, and you know why we need to replace it with dictatorship. We are all old enough to vote, so I'm sure you all know what to do. Now, we cannot expect an instant change. It's a slow process. But progressively, we can vote for the right parties or simply make our own. It's not necessary to bring back the whole dictatorship system. But at least we need to bring dictatorship into democracy. We need to bring dictatorship into the government. We need dictatorial democracy, where freedom and control coexist in harmony. Because right now, there is too much freedom and not enough control. That is all I have to say for now. Thank you everyone for listening to my speech. Personally, I do not expect an immediate change, and I do not expect everyone to agree with me. But I hope that this has opened your eyes to the truth, and I hope that you all have a profound realization, and I want you to act accordingly. I, Abdul Azim, have a dream to change our government for the better of the country and the people. Thank you.